Hello, everyone. This is Dean Matthew, and this is the fourth of our conversations in Black History Month. And I am really happy to be here with Christian Irby, who is a junior in which high school?
I go to Deloro High School in Loomis.
In Loomis. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Christian.
It's nice to see you too.
We've met once, haven't we?
Yeah, I think during the Christmas service.
You came and you acolyted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you acolyte at the cathedral, and that's one of your ways of being in our community. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. It's the way that I kind of keep my faith and be able to communicate, or it's a way that I'm able to contribute to the church.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. It's a way to really keep myself grounded with religion.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And what are you doing at high school? You're a junior?
Yeah. So right now we're kind of online. I'm doing high school football and swimming.
Right.
Just
Okay.
grinding through this pandemic.
What is your stroke in swimming?
Oh, that's a good one. I'd say either butterfly or freestyle.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I was a swimmer in English secondary school, which is what we call high school,
Oh,
as well. And my brother was a swimmer, and he was freestyle and butterfly as well.
oh wow.
I swam freestyle, and I sometimes tried to swim butterfly, but it looked terrible.
Yeah, it's all right. You just gotta keep working for it. It's gotta.
Oh,
did I lose you?
No, we're back. We're back.
Oh, okay.
It's what this year is like. There's occasional breaks in the video, but yeah. So you swim butterfly and freestyle. Those are hard.
Yeah, they are. It's a lot of just technical work, especially
Yeah.
working overtime.
Yeah, and breathing and everything.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Breathing, especially on butterfly, is just you have to really time your stroke with your breaths. It's not the easiest thing.
So I haven't played American football, but I used to play rugby as well because I was a sprinter.
Oh wow.
So I was on the wing. Does that mean anything to you?
From what I understand about rugby, isn't the ring, or not the ring, the wing, the outside guy, or basically like the contain?
I was a smaller guy then. I was like skinnier and I was fast. So yeah, you would be on the end of the line and you would pick up the ball as it came to you, and then you try and run through to score the try.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what position are you in football?
I kind of am all over. I'm playing defense for the most part. I don't really play offense. I play, was it corner, outside backer, and safety. They're kind of, so when it comes to the field, the corners are the outside guys guarding the outside, and then outside backer is right where, you know where the O line is and the D line?
Not really.
Okay, so basically they're the big guys that guard the quarterback.
Line and the defense line? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so there's an offensive line which guards the quarterback. They're the big dudes up front.
Right.
And then the D line's the guys on the other side trying to get to him. So I play right behind the outside of the line.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did that correctly, but yeah. And then
you're on the defensive side and you're outside of the main line.
Yeah, that's for the most part what I play. And then also sometimes safety, which is basically the guy in the defense that's in the very back, making sure nothing gets passed.
Would you ever play rugby?
I've considered it actually. It seems really fun, but I'm kind of soft. I don't like to get hit without pads.
I am kind of soft too. Like I used to I used to be quite kind of like a good tackler, but then when it started hurting, I stopped.
Yeah, it's fun to tackle until you are tackled. It's like, oh, that's not too comfortable.
No, not so much.
It hurts.
Not so much. So I wonder if you mind me asking what it's Black History Month, and that's the reason for our conversations. What your experience is of being a Black teen in America right now?
Yeah. As of right now, actually, I'll go from the start. So basically, I grew up in Natomas, which is a really diverse community. Racism never crossed my mind. No one really saw color. They kind of just, everyone worked as a community, appreciating everyone for what they could bring to the table, essentially. And then I moved to Rockland, California, and it was a big change. I didn't really understand what racism was because I didn't really think it was an actual issue. But once I moved here, it was a really big transition.
Right.
I just wouldn't expect in a modern society to be called the N-word or like racial slurs, but it's quite common here, which is which not kind of, it is very unfortunate. But
Yeah.
especially right now, it seems like there's a lot more tension than there should be, especially between different races. But I
How do
don't
you
really,
manage that? How do you navigate that?
I kind of just try to ignore it. I pick and choose my battles.
Hmm.
I just try to keep with the right crowd. And not allow some of the things that are said to me. It can be very challenging sometimes because some things it's hard to let go of. But
Yeah.
it seems like a lot more since this past summer. It's been kind of escalating. There's a lot more tension than there should be.
What was it about last summer? Was it the Black Lives Matter protest that?
Yeah, so essentially, like when George Floyd died, it seemed like here, like a lot of the people who are Caucasian, unfortunately, more passionate about saying things that shouldn't be said, like making jokes about like a bunch of the people who've died due to police brutality, and then taking that and sometimes twisting it and saying, well, why are there black people? They shouldn't be here. And it's like, it's unfortunate to see in a society that's evolved.
So, what do you think of Black Lives Matter?
I think it's a great cause. I feel like this summer, especially, it was really recognized for a lot of its good qualities. I know, unfortunately, some people saw it for some negative things, which I don't think is necessarily true, but besides the point, I think it's a great cause, especially because it's just trying to bring Black people, for the most part, who are not only economically oppressed, but oppressed due to their skin color or whatever other reason why they're being oppressed for being Black. I don't know how I word that, but I think you kind of get that. But
I do. I mean, some people like push back at it and say, well, surely all lives matter. But I'm like, that kind of misses the point because
yeah,
um, for Black people in America, due to the history of slavery and Jim Crow laws and inequality, they have not been able to have the same resources, opportunities, healthcare, capacity to uh, achieve their goals. And so, until that's corrected, this movement is important and helps people to see that um, Black lives should be respected um, equally with everybody else, and they're just not. It's just not. It's
yeah.
objectively not happening
I
yet.
think also with that, like kind of highlighting, like at least when it comes like economic depression, I think a lot of people kind of look past it and don't really see it for what it is. But like for instance, I saw this statistic, or not statistic, but this map of in Baltimore where there were segregated communities. It would show where current communities have downfalls when it comes to crime and poverty, and it was the same areas that were segregated, which I think needs to be shown a lot more because a
Okay.
lot of people kind of just disregard like economic oppression, but they don't actually understand what that is,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is unfortunate. But it's definitely something that should be put out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say about that?
Um, Not that I can think of, but thank you.
Yeah. Is what's your experience of being in the cathedral as a space to operate as a Black person?
Um, Being Black in the cathedral is really nice because, I mean, people aren't really recognizing you for your color; they recognize you for your personality and what you can bring to the table, which I think is really nice because it's like an all-inclusive community, which definitely helps compared to the outside world, which can be pretty cruel, just based solely off your skin tone.
Yeah.
But that's something I appreciate a lot about the cathedral and the community.
Okay. Would you put that down to people's faith?
Sorry, what did you say?
You put that down to people's faith? Would you say
Um,
because of
I
people's?
would say that definitely has something to do with it because as at least personally from what I've noticed, people who are closer to God, especially in the Episcopal, from what I've personally noticed, I haven't been out to a bunch of other religions, but especially in the Episcopal Church, it seems like a lot more people are well educated and a lot more accepting compared to other places in the world. And like let's put like out there in different communities, like it seems like the Episcopal Church is a lot more accepting and tolerable of things
Yeah.
compared to some others.
Well, that's good to know. you've been in the church since you were 4, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here for a really long time. Pretty much grown up in the church.
So you've come up through like Sunday school and stuff.
Yeah, I've been.
Everyone's seen you grow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, Christian, it was good to see you at Christmas around acolyting. It will be good to see you again when we are able to do that more.
Yeah, it was good to meet you too, and I hope I can see you soon.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for you being willing to have this conversation with me, and I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, well, thank you for inviting me. It was
You're
good talking with you.
Good to talk to you too. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.